This episode of Biker's Choice Stock to Rock is sponsored by Progressive Suspension. Welcome to episode 2 of Stock to Rock. I'm Stephanie, this is Justin, and this is our stock 2010 Police Electroglide. Take a good look at it, because it's never going to look this way again.
Thank goodness. I make my living building and repairing bikes. My specialty is taking a bike from stock to rock, and I do it with the help of Biker's Choice.
On this episode of Stock to Rock, we'll be maxing out this ride with Progressive Suspension 444s, which we took for a spin in our last episode. Amazing. And the Monotube Fork Cartridge Kit. Once installed, our rider will enjoy improved front-end control and ride comfort by converting the damper rod forks found on this 2010 model to true cartridge forks. To be clear, the kit is a direct internal component replacement. No modification to your forks is required. What's all this going to mean for this rider? Improved resistance to front brake dive, improved front-end stability, improved cornering, and improved bottoming control. But this is Stock to Rock. What else are we going to do to this bike besides the progressive suspension upgrades?
Well, besides the suspension upgrades, we're going to be adding some Arlen Ness retro black fork boots to the front end.
And what about the wheels? You've got some cool ones by Ride Right going on, yes?
A Ride Right wheel and hub. Very cool.
And what about the brakes?
We'll be installing EBC brake rotors and Pro Extreme race pads.
So how are you going to boost performance? Exhaust, intake, tuner?
Actually, we're going to address all three of those.
You've got the Freedom Exhaust True Duals, a Cobra intake, plus the easy-to-install Vigilante Super Chips Easy Tuner. That about cover it?
Almost. Cosmetically, we're going to ditch a lot of the chrome with some new coatings, which I'll send out. We're going to patch the rear fender and add some LED taillights, along with some Kuryakyn driving lights.
And this stock seat?
We're looking at improving the rider's comfort overall with a Lepera silhouette seat and some new Arlen Ness soft touch grips.
I cannot wait. Let's tear this down.
We'll start this teardown by getting all the large parts off the bike that need to go to the off-site Line-X coater, making sure that we mask off any sections of the parts that we don't want coated. Make sure to take your time with this process because it can be tricky. While the parts are at the coaters, we can proceed with some of the other work, including replacing the rear shocks with Progressive 444s and installing the blacked out True Duals by Freedom Exhaust. So while we have the front end apart on this bike, we're replacing the stock fork boots with these Arlen Ness retro black ones that are easy to install and really improve the appearance of the bike.
True high-performance front suspension has finally made its way to the Harley-Davidson Touring and Softail lines. Progressive Suspension's state-of-the-art Monotube Fork Kit represents the pinnacle of bagger front-end handling. High-performance specialty components replace the sloppy open bath damping found in Harley forks. The kit features a set of gas-charged monotube dampers and a set of custom-tuned fork springs. What they've done is eliminate the dampening rod and spring, even the oil, and provided you with a complete cartridge assembly. See this top section? The chrome section? That is a gas-charged, twin-deflective disc damper that you would only find on the rear shock, only they've sized it to fit inside the fork tube. On the end is a rod with a progressive rate spring, and instead of using a tubing spacer, they give you a series of C-clip-looking spacers that get inserted on the end of the rod, and you're done. Think about it. You take the rod and spring and oil out, then you drop this assembly in. Add up to 5 ounces of oil, no more. Keep in mind, the oil now serves only 2 purposes. 1, to keep that spring from rusting, and 2, to lubricate the slider bushing. Nothing more. The beauty of this is that once you've done it, no more fork seal changes, no more fork oil changes. The front is totally maintenance-free for life because the product is lifetime warranted. The kit comes in standard and lowered sizes to fit all riders, and installation could not be easier. See your Biker's Choice dealer to learn more. Let's go see where Justin is on the job. Wow, this is looking amazing, Justin. He's working on the front end here. We got the blacked out coating here on the forks. We got the fork boots. He's installing the tubes. Are those as easy to install as they say, Justin?
Yeah, they're super easy to install, and the directions are really well written.
Much better handling on this bike now.
Yeah, the progressive shocks are going to make it handle way better.
This is looking great. I can't wait to see this when it's done.
It's time for a break, but make sure to catch our next episode when we finish taking this bike from stock to rock.